Hi guys, welcome back to another plan with me. I know the lighting is really bad again, but the weather was gloomy, so I can't control that. Anyways, this week I'll be doing for you the rest of the spreads that you didn't get to see for January, as well as the spreads for February. And additionally, plan with me for this week. Now, onto the next page is a very different looking spread because this was my first week of school, and so I had my usual events column plus my sidebar, but I also added a section for my class schedule so then I could see what exactly I had at what time without having to look back at the website. And also here at the top is a very simplistic weekly spread. Now, the next week after that was one of my favorite spreads because of the color scheme, but mostly because I had a double column event board, so then I didn't get my personal life and my school life mixed up. I added a lot more to my trackers, and also my weekly spread was a little bit cramped up, but it still looked good. However, I do not like the timetable because it worked for me last semester, but yeah, this semester it doesn't work out for me and it's not effective at all. So I'll only use it if I really necessarily need it. Now onto my monthly spread for February. I changed to a calendar format because I feel like this will work better for me. Plus my trackers on the bottom and my my grading tracker, which I am making much more use of now. Onto January's monthly spread. However, you'll see that I did not make use of the grade tracker as much as I thought I would, but it's okay because I'm making use of it now. And I'm gonna show you my January monthly spread, and I didn't make much changes to it actually. And onto the next page, gratitude log, it looks good. It's just that I didn't write on some days, so it's missing a little bit. Now this is where it got a little weird because I didn't like the way I wrote the titles for this, so instead of trying to fix it, I kind of just ignored it, and so as a result, I am not making use of that self-care checklist. But I did make use of the gratitude log as much as I could because it was the one thing that I really wanted to keep doing for the remainder of the month. As you can see, I have it halfway done, and you'll see what it looks like maybe in the next plan with me. Alright, so this next spread is probably one of my favorites. I kept the double column event board because that worked better for me. And also I kept the trackers the same. There was a mistake that I made on the bottom, and so I covered it up with brown paper and decorated it a little. So I hope I pulled that mistake off kind of well. Anyways, so I also made a study tracker, which as you can see I did not make use of at all. Not effective. Bad. Don't do that, you guys. Study, y'all. Okay. Anyways, my weekly spread. This was very symmetrical, aesthetically pleasing. I liked how I did the little leaves at the outside of the corners, I guess you could say, plus adding the tree and the leaves. I liked it better when I didn't trace the tree in bold black ink. I wish I didn't do that, but I mean, I can't really undo that now, so it is what it is. The next week after that, I got a little bit lazy and even more simplistic, but one difference is I wrote a journal entry because I felt the need to write out my feelings. And the week after that, I did a lot more entries as well because I really needed it, seriously. But the format is a little bit different. Instead of making my 2-column event board, I just wrote goals for my personal life and my school life. Plus my trackers, which look pretty similar, but yeah, I just left a blank space in the middle column. But yeah, I kept the days even more simplistic. And now you get to watch this week's plan with me, so I hope you stay tuned and enjoy! So the first thing that I like to do before starting any of my weekly spreads is choosing a color scheme, and this week I went with a light pastel blue and yellow. And I'm just writing out this week in yellow first and then tracing it over with blue. And then you'll see that next I pull out my Styler Tri Plus Fine Liner in blue, and I kind of just write in cursive throughout that whole thing. Then you'll see that with the same pen, I write out all the days of February and then highlight with my yellow mild liner this current week. Next, you'll see that I take my blue fine liner again and write out my goals for this week. Also, I forgot to show the camera that I'm using my gray fine liner to write these goals down. Then I make my border, and lately I know I've been doing it a lot, but I take one color and then stack another color on top, and then add a touch of gray or black right in the center where the colors meet. And then, yeah, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I move on to my trackers. And so you'll see that it's just basically the same things that I write every week from my weekly trackers. Then I go right into my daily spreads, starting with Sunday, writing it in my yellow mile liner and outlining it with my blue fine liner. And then to add my own creative touch, I use the pale blue mile liner, and I just kind of underlined the bottom part that was blank and wrote February 19th with my blue fine liner. Then I went on to write my daily to-dos. And right after that, I wrote my gratitude log and my water log right under the date. I write my gratitude under the date now because if I don't, then I forget to do it for the day. And I also wrote rehearsal at the top of the weekly goal section. Even though I know that I have rehearsals twice a week, I just still write it down so then it looks like I have something to do within the week. And this is my completed weekly spread so far. You'll see the rest of it probably in the next plan with me, so yeah, I hope you really like this one because I know I did. I really like the touch of bright blue with the pastel blue and the yellows, and yeah, it just all ties in together so well. My bullet journal experience so far has been really great. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with it, but it's really what keeps me going in life. So I hope I continue to be doing this more often. Thank you for watching, you guys. If you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, y'all!